this time to look at the new set. But first we have to look at what's rotating out, because this is our first rotation for the game. There's a lot of things being rotated out this time compared to usual. So yeah, I guess I'm starting with a bit of that. So we'll start looking at the things that are rotating out, and then we can see how that affects the new cards when we get there. So the ones that are rotating out for the neutrals are these cards. Mainly Serene Tidings and I guess Olivia are the biggest losses here, I would assume. Sorry, Seraphic Tidings. This card is pretty strong in Spellbound's Rune. Well, Spellbound's Rune is probably dead in the water overall, so maybe it's not that big of a deal, but I guess just worth noting that Seraphic Tidings is gone. Olivia sees a little bit of play here and there, but now she will see no play because she's gone. Is, I guess, sad for Olivia. Divine Thunder also sees like play here and there as a one-off. Build out both of them like sort of like neutral toolbox tech cards that you can access if you need them, which are both pretty decent cards, but I guess now they're gone. So yeah, a shame for that. Probably not the hardest things to replace though, so not too big of a deal in terms of what neutrals we lose here. Well, I guess we lose Cocytus, but like that's fine. I don't think Cocytus was ever particularly important. Well, besides for the spell boost deck, but again, spell boost is still also dead, so you know, it's fine. So next is Forest. Forest loses Roach, Lambert Kane, Carbuncle. These are all the Roach combo pieces. Godroot Staff as well, another Roach combo piece. Bill as well, combo piece for Roach, but also it sees play in like tempo deck. Sometimes it sees play in current iterations of Evil Forest, so this is probably a bit of a little bit of a loss, but we shall see what Forest gets to replace it. I also lose Aria. This is a big loss for tempo decks, and nowadays the Evil decks actually run Aria as well, so I guess they lose that as well. Blade, generally useful card. Fairy Convocation is pretty efficient generation, and then Lily is a pretty decent clear. I was initially, when we were at the start of this current expansion, I was expecting Forest to lose the least from rotation because they had a tier 1 deck that loses barely anything from rotation. But then they nerfed Saturnite, and to compensate for the lack of Saturnite, people are leaning their Evil Forest decks more aggressively with stuff like Veil and Aria, so it ends up being a pretty decently sized loss anyway because of that. So yeah, Forest just can never catch a break. And I guess we'll see if they print more combo stuff since Roach is gone now. Sword loses some pretty and very unfortunate things to lose. We lose some pretty valuable rally count here with Luminous Last Trooper gone. We lose Zirconia, which is pretty strong. We lose Luminous Magus, which is pretty strong as well. Amelia. All these valuable mid-range pieces. And then Albert is gone, of course, the card that carries like almost every single sword deck since the start of the game until now, besides Evil Sword. So yeah, I guess we have to see if we get a finisher that can sort of compete with Albert in his slot. Personally, I don't really like playing Albert. Like, he's very strong, of course, but I hate the feeling of having a 5-cost break in my hand a lot of the time. So if they print a more useful piece of finisher, then I'll be very happy. Agemitsu didn't get to do too much throughout his entire time in rotation. You see, he sees play here and there, but like nothing too impressive. So yeah. Ignominious Samurai is decent, Vals is decent. I think the biggest loss is probably Albert, and for me it's gonna be Amelia because Amelia is sort of Sword's best card draw in my opinion, so losing it is pretty bad. And since we're getting rally support with Gildaria, losing the mage is also a pretty big deal, but we shall see if they can print new rally generators to compensate. You love Hagemitsu. I like Hagemitsu too, but unfortunately he just wasn't very good. Next we have Rune, arguably one of the biggest losers in rotation for this rotation. Army Blast. Play him in the first 2 sets on Haas. Yeah, people slotted into loot last expansion as well, so he definitely does see some play here and there, but nothing too impressive. Usually it's like a one cost. So for us, I mean not for us, Rune, every Rune deck besides Dirt loses a huge amount of very strong cards. Stormy Blast carries Rune in the early game. Homework Time is card draw, very important obviously. And then Greya and Kuon are massive losses for any spell boost based archetype, which is all of them besides Dirt. Same thing with Demonic Call. Declimb sees like less play nowadays, but I mean it's still a very strong card, so Zirconia will be missed. Apparently, I mean the new Gildara is like Zirconia but probably better, so maybe it's not that bad, you know. Wind Blast and then Greya, yeah. Homework Time is also massive, and this is honestly the one I'm paying attention to the most. Homework Time is just such a big loss. Unless they replay into like Fate's Hand or something, this is gonna be hard to make up for. And then Dirt loses Star Sagelight Teachings, which was a very annoying card, and they lose Edelweiss, but I mean we know that like I haven't looked at the new cards yet, but considering that Lilanthem is back, I would assume that we're getting more Dirt support, so I don't think Dirt will hurt too much. It'll probably be coming out on top, in fact, for Rune. That's what I would assume. Stage is gone too, yeah. But every other Rune archetype besides Dirt looks like it's taking huge hits, including my pet deck Linko Rune. Oh no, your only motivation to play Sword was Zirconia and Magus. Maybe you can find a new motivation in the next expansion. Dragon loses Liu Feng. Kind of Otohime got to pop off pretty hard for this expansion, and then it's immediately rotated out, which is very sad for it, I guess. Forte, honestly I hate playing against Forte, so I don't mind it going away, but this is a big loss for Dragon mains out there. And then we lose Burn Knight and get a new Burn Knight, I'm assuming. I haven't. But yeah, Burn Knight didn't get to do too much. Like there were some decks here and there that actually played her. I don't really know which one played them. But I guess we get a new Burn Knight and see if that's any better. Genesis Dragon, big funny storm card is gone. Garyu was pretty annoying. I think people still play Garyu like even this expansion, so I guess losing it is a bit unfortunate. Like Ram just loses a bunch of like pretty strong cards, so we'll have to see what they give Dragon to make up for these losses. And then for Abyss, Death Slash, obviously, this card is so good. Like in almost every like Abyss deck, this card is just the GOAT. And now it's gone, I guess. Rage of Serpent's another very big loss here, mostly for Milteo. Shadow Crypt, one of your enablers for OTK with Milteo. Darius aligned when you get to end early, yeah. Yuna sees some play in Milteo, but probably relatively replaceable. You hope they print more Intimidate. I refuse. Argavi, like, he's a good card, but like not that good. Like, it was just sort of mid for the whole time. Like, he's like Abyss's best early game board clear, but other than that, he's actually not that good. Ran 2-drop Firewell. I didn't pay much attention to what the Tempo Dragon decks are running because it's just not my kind of deck. But this is probably replaceable, maybe. Medusa fell off very hard, very fast. Unfortunately for her. Everest, don't really see her anymore, even though she was hard carrying the class like in the first 2 expansions. Overall, I think Milteo obviously takes the biggest losses, and that's about it. Evo loses nothing basically. Death Slash, and that's it. You guys can still play Evo Abyss if you want. Haven loses Serene Sanctuary. This card is huge, especially for Amulet. Considering that we're printing Rodeo, I'm assuming that you want to play Amulet with the new rune. The new Haven. So losing Serene Sanctuary is probably a pretty major loss here. Balefa hard carries Haven in the early game. I guess she's gone now. Assume new radio is more amulet support, that's what I think too. Galfane got to shine a little bit for this expansion with the Lion Thoth deck, but now he's gone. Very sad for him. Unholy Vessel, the bane of my existence as a person who likes playing board-based decks. We shall see if they reprint an immediately new replacement for this. Rodeo's gone. He saw play like here and there early on, but nowadays it's like a one-off at most, if ever, in like weird crest decks. Gone, huge buff that made this card so strong, especially in Odd Haven. Both Odd Haven and Ward Haven loses this very strong card that they just buffed. No more John. You want GP with Amulet and Skill Feign. I went 0-2 in Group B in Grand Prix already. I don't want to talk about it. This card is very strong, so big loss for Haven here, I guess. The rest of you are playing Amulet, you only lost like Serene Sanctuary and Skull Feign, which is not too bad. Maybe. Ortho, they introduced this new like Gundam artifact archetype and then immediately gave up on it, and now we're back to the original artifacts again. But yeah, the archetype is basically like gone. Hi, hello. Like the artifact archetype is like the Gundam version is like almost entirely gone. There's like still some pieces in rotation. Gun buff feels low-key lower than just a month ago. It's been a long month, I guess. Porto, this is the biggest loss for Porto realistically. The loss of this card is so big. This card is the bane of my existence. This card is so stupidly strong. Probably like the best 2-drop in the game, like Love Struck Puppeteer. This card is so good. UD, I guess. LOS. Remember when Elliot was the most broken thing in the game at the first expansion, and now you don't really see her anymore? Very sad. And I guess Arceus. Arceus is a pretty big loss. The new Scarlet seems pretty strong and like a decent-ish replacement for Arceus though, so maybe it's not that bad. Let's see what artifacts are still in the game right now. Like this? Is it? What artifacts? You have Carnelia, who can give you 1 gear. Isaac, who can give you Striker artifact, maybe this is playable in the new artifact deck. Catapult. Seems a bit hard to play in the new ones, but you know, you never know. You never got Arceus and you're so mad that you never crafted puppets. I think Arceus was the last card. No, Amatas was the last card from the from the first set that I was basing. Arceus was the second one. This game just hates giving me Forest Legendaries. But the first set, Amatas was the last one I ever got. I was missing, and for the second set, Limaga was the one that I was missing. Wait, was that second set? I think it was second set, maybe. Anyway, new Edge Cartographer, probably not playable. Like, 4 cost 2/2 is just too terrible to play. Cassius, probably not. I don't know how much this new artifact wants to add artifacts to your hand, so I don't know how good this will be. This card is apparently strong in artifact, but probably not anymore. Harula doesn't even give you an artifact. This is a bit of a cope card, I think, if you want to be playing the new artifact. Although it does summon into the board, which gives you another name, and it's a heal and with Bane and Ward, so it's not that bad. Maybe? Probably not. Yeah, the Gundam package is like dead. You can still play this maybe. But yeah, it looks like the Gundam package is kind of dead right now. You have to see how much of these you actually want to play in your deck to add more artifact names depending on what we add. So those are the cards rotating out. Yeah, let's go on to the the main dish now. The main dish. This. Gildara gets a skin. Unfortunately, I didn't expect them to give a sword skin this expansion, so I just started throwing all of my rupees at this expansion, trying to get either Shim or Kandima or the fully animated Gidmetra. But then I got debated and they added Gildara as a skin, so now I'm kind of screwed. One prime artifact. Maybe they'll do it. And there's the other one, Adahime. I mean, I'll take another blood leader. I'm missing I'm missing a biz leader right now. I would take another one. And then you get Initia Chief Ordination Officer, which I don't know what she does. And then we have Mew hot on his heels, which is the artifact card. Yeah, seems legit. I haven't read the novel yet. I should probably go and do that at some point. But I haven't done it yet. Well, the fact is releasing Last, Kitty, and Bullet from base set. I mean, Kitty is not that. I mean, the Last is like a 1 cost, right? It's not. Wait, is it the 1 cost? No, it's not. Just Kerber's leader last time. Hey, that's good. Alright. It's time. Well, it looks like they're going very thematic with this stuff. They all have like this like sort of same vibe, except for the bear. Let's just ignore the bear, but all of these characters they have the same vibe. They have this like sort of military uniform looking outfit, which is pretty nice. Echo Mother. Oh, you mean this? Yeah, I saw people calling it Pecco's mom. From Legendary, that's the plan. This is a Take-Two card. That is my read. My read is that this is gonna be a Take-Two card, but we shall see. Rolling for Albert. Get Gildara instead. Deepwood Bound. Alright, here we go. On making Lantham leader. There's like a decent chance she ends up being Battle Pass leader, right? For the second month of this expansion, I think. Or maybe they're saving her for something else. She's gonna be a leader eventually. There's no way she isn't. Alright. Wait, should I start from the Anathema actually? I should probably start from the Anathema. I'm assuming that's the Anathema is the key starting point. Veste. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Anathema of Distortion. Okay, she has a black skin suit, I guess. Let me follow on the field and give it -0, -X. If this followers attack, X this follows attack, increase your combo 1. Oh, they are printing combo support. That's good. Forest can finally do its class identity of combo. Evolve, gain crest, countdown tree, and end of your turn combo tree, give all followers in your deck +1/+1. Okay. Okay, buff Forest instead of buff Dragon. They decided that Dragon no longer gets the buff cards and instead they're giving it to Forest. That's interesting. But you can do this so much. Wait, this is so much. Countdown 3, that's insanity. Countdown 3 is huge. Is there any... Oh, they rotated out, well, actually, no, that's fine, that's fine. But Aria doesn't even work with this card anyway, because it buffs your cards in your deck, and Aria doesn't give Storm to anything in your deck, so... That's probably fine. Alright, the Great Heart of the Glacial Realm. Fanfare at 2 Deepwood Bounties. At the end of your turn, deal X damage split between all followers. X is this follower's attack. Super Evolve gain its crest. Countdown tree at the end of your turn, combo tree at Deepwood Bounty. This is a lot of Deepwood Bounties. Imagine if Roach was in the game. Imagine if Roach was in rotation with this archetype. This is the most Roach's Gone Crab Rave deck I've ever seen. Fairy Beast Whisperer. Fairy Beast Whisperer, what? Fairy Beast Whisperer, wait, I don't remember what that is, I need to check. Oh. Oh, Rush Bane Drain. That's pretty funny. You can tell that they were waiting for Roche to rotate out to print this out. It costs Lion that heals. No, it's the 2/4 that 2/6. 5 cost 2/6 with Rush Bane and Drain. You can heal a lot with it, that's for sure. I mean, that's something. It needs a payoff though. I don't hate the idea, but it needs a payoff. Magnified Malice, deal 2 damage to random enemy follower. Combo tree, gain crest. There's so many crests in this deck, oh no. Minimized anxiety, excuse me. I need this card in real life. So it's a 1 cost, you deal 2 damage, and if it's combo tree, you get the other one back to your hand. I think Evo is stronger. We'll see, we'll see. Restore 1 to your leader. Gain crest, which gives you magnified malice. Okay, so they just alternate between each other. Understandable. Seems legit? I don't know. I need to see some payoff here. Let any fall on the field, deal the X damage, X this follows attack. At the end of the turn, combo tree, draw a card. I mean, it's pretty. So many gain crests, yeah. I mean, it's not bad. Wait, if you have 1 of each in your hand, if you have 1 magnified malice and 1 minimized anxiety in your hand, you can just play both for combo 2 every turn and just get 2 copies back in your hand and just keep alternating them. I mean, this is pretty decent removal, right? And it draws you a card as well. Although it's end of turn, which is a bit but it draws you a card. But it only works on like turn 5 unless you have like Deepwood Bounty. Archite Tactician, select an enemy follower on your field, deal it 4 damage, increase your combo by 1. Why? It seems mid, but maybe it's good. It's pretty efficient. It clears 4 bodies. I mean, it clears 3 bodies. It's not that bad. It's 3 combo by itself as well. You play Titan in this deck. You didn't need 1 spell in your deck and you get 2, yeah. That is true. Oh, this is the payoff, I guess. This gives you Storm. This is the Storm, I guess. I mean, this you get like 1000% running this in the deck if you are playing this deck. This is like the only way you win the game. The problem with this game is that when you bounce these cards, they lose their buffs. But you know, you can buff this and then you can hit face with it. If you get +5, wait, if you get all of your Fire Wind Fencers to 6 attack, you can OTK with Super Evo. Cognitive Shift, select 2 cards in your hand, return them to your deck. Draw 2 cards. It's okay, I guess. Elven Trapper. Technically, you and Soshi get compatible. That's true. Select a card in your hand and return it to your deck. Add 2 copies of Fairy to your hand. It's a combo enabler, sure. You can put your Firewind Fencers back into your deck. And this is the... Wait, this is actually good. Wait, this card is kind of terrifying. But I thought this was just gonna be a dumb take 2 card, but this card is kind of scary, isn't it? Am I crazy here? Isn't this card like kind of scary? You buff this like a 10-10. You just drop this. Good luck clearing my 2 10-10 with. Okay, let me look at what Storm Forest has access to in like the existing cards. The payoff is the macro bear. It's probably not the macro bear. Alright, let's look at what Forest has to work with here. Dogged 1. Dogged 1 doesn't really work, cause if it's in your deck, you buff it. If it's not in your if it's in your deck, it doesn't get the storm, and if it's in your hand, it doesn't get buffed, so it doesn't really work. Oh! This is what it was for! It costs 11 minutes still in the game, consider rules playing dirt. Congregant works with the buffs. Congregant. Congregant. Congregant? This is what it was for the whole time. It was to play Howling Wolfman and Odin. These are your finishers. Howling Wolfman and Odin. And maybe Selwyn. Selwyn kind of works, you can bounce their ward and then punch them in the face. I mean, the concept is there, I'll give it that. The concept is there. What's the forest? I need to remind myself what the forest congregant is. Oh! Oh wait, this thing is actually kind of... Wait. Wait, this is a monstrosity, wait. But who's gonna play who's gonna play with this? Anyone? Anyone up for it? Who's gonna play buff for us with this card? That one is just mediocre Ogre. You mean you can run 6 Ogres? Just win off board pressure. I mean, you have some like pretty decent storms that you can buff them, I guess that's something. But yeah, I guess you can win off board pressure too. Play Beast Lost in the Dark. They can get Storm. I'm gonna do it. Can you imagine getting Intimidate? Wait, you get Intimidate Aura and... When you get Intimidate Aura and Barrier on this? Or you get Intimidate Aura Drain or Intimidate Aura and Bane? Or no, Intimidate Aura Storm? Or Intimidate Aura Barrier on this after you buff it? Can you imagine? You just win. It's the best card ever. We figured out, we've solved Forest. You play it with this. I'm actually gonna do it. I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing. When it comes time for me to play this archetype, I'm playing it with Beast Lost in the Dark. I'm not super optimistic on this archetype, but you know, it's interesting and I give them points for trying to make something interesting to do, so I don't hate it. You just have to not run into Crest. Banished another round by Marvel. You just line up fairies or something alongside it, I don't know. Yeah, this is... I'm not optimistic on this archetype, but I give them points for trying Macro Bear Leader when it's not impossible. We did get Tactical Dog Leader in Original, so who knows. Alright, sword. We start with Gildara here. Rally 20, gain Crest, and then evolve her. If an ally follower enters your field during your turn, you gain Gambit Rush. And when she evolves, you can summon 2 copies of Steelclad Knight. And whenever you can get her Crest, which is countdown 1 during your turn whenever an allied follower enters the field, do 1 damage to enemy leader. This is a strong card, obviously, on turn 4. On turn 4, this is Zirconia with upside. Assuming you have no living followers. I hope I'm ready. I hope I'm ready too. If Sword is good, people are gonna complain that it's another era of Sword. 2 PP Coach Woman. I think she's basic, is she? I don't know, I didn't pay attention to her when I was looking at what's rotating out. Oh, Coach Woman is rotating out. Unlucky. Coach Woman is in fact rotating out. This card is like baseline, she's definitely a good card, but I don't know if she's enough to enable the deck to be good. We shall see what the other cards are to find out. Also, I like that she pairs well with Sandalphon. Horus, I mean, Sword literally doesn't have a good card to pair with Sandalphon. Like, the best they have is Gran and Jita, which is kind of shit. With Gildara, you can now deal 14 damage on turn 10 with Sandalphon, so that's pretty good. Got a Multish Vision, but wait, I gotta look at the new cards. The art is nice. But here's Caesar, a Cordant Major. And if I summon 2 Steelclad Knight, give all other allied sword class. Oh, this card is strong. Oh my lord, this card is strong. Oh, it has Ward himself. They shouldn't have given him Ward. Super Evolve is Heart Removal. The Fanfare is strong. Evil Sword sounds bad. We shall see, we shall see. All the things I don't really like about playing Evil Sword is that it has no auto evils. Like, they gave us Seraphon, which is like our 1 Skybound art support, and then they gave us no evil support in the entire class. Besides like Gildaria and Gildaria, but like they are rarely 20, so it depends how fast you can get to them. I mean, this kind of looks good, but we shall see how it turns out. Reminds me of Galdr. It doesn't have the damage shield. The damage shield is what makes Galdr Galdr. So it's a 5/7 with 2 3/5s. And you can super evolve for removal. It's not bad. They shouldn't have given him ward. If they give him ward, you can hide him behind the ward and then punch them in the face with it. You could get mode, which is no support ever since set 4. Belial is mode support. I don't know what you're talking about. It's John for sword. It doesn't have the removal. The AoE is what part of the appeal of John. Without the removal, it's kind of mid. Oh, it's only sword followers as well. That's another pretty lame thing. It's only sword followers. So you can't like Lyria enhance and draw this and play it. Like, it doesn't work very well. Yuko has no rush. Yeah, there's no rush on base. You need Gildara to give it rush. I mean, it's not bad, but like, it's not amazing either. Belial is set 4. Oh, is it? Wait, Skybound Dragons was set 4? For real? That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Okay, Caesura Alphine. I don't know what this means, but you know, it's a cool card. Let enemy follow on the field and deal it 6 damage. Rally 10. Deal X damage to all enemy followers, X number of allied followers on the field. Why sword cards hate neutral? I don't know. Maybe they're worried it'll be too strong if it worked on neutral cards as well. I mean, it's AoE, this card doesn't really have AoE, but it's also kind of mediocre, so I'm not sure about how much you want to play this card. This is a meta call card where if the meta calls for it, you play like 1 or 2 copies at most, but otherwise probably not that good. Nailclaw Lieutenant. Summon 3 copies of Knight. Select a mode. Oh my god, we got mode support. Can't even use it. Give all other allied foes on the field rush. Give all other allied foes on the field war. This looks good. This is crazy with Seraphon. This is our new replacement for Mage, I guess. I think this card is good. Yeah, this card is definitely good, I think. Orchestrated Silence. Add a Steel-clad Knight to your hand. Give it a rush. Rally 10. Add 2 copies instead. Everyone but Abyss getting mold cards. It's like in the previous game where every class is better at rally than Sword is. Like, they just have to build around the archetype, so they can't just willy-nilly give it. It's good. I mean, it's a 2/2 with rush. At worst, it's just a 2/2 with rush, or 4/2. At best, it's 4/4 of rush with 3 PP. And it helps pair with what's his face? Seraphon. More Seraphon support. Crosscraft soon. Maybe? I don't know. Metronomic Medic. Fanfare. This card already looks bad, but we shall see. Draw 2 cards, summon 2 copies of Knight, evolve, select any fall on the field. Oh, I forgot. One of the things that made this card actually really good is that it combos really well with a World of Games, which might be our new card draw engine now that Amelia's gone. This card is great for World of Games enabling. Draw 2. The draw 2 is what's drawing me in here. The rest of the effects are kind of mid, but the draw 2 is kind of nice. Cross-cut the Abomination of Egghaven. It'll be funny. This is Amelia's replacement. This is the worst replacement for Amelia. This is terrible. This is not a good replacement for Amelia. I think you might be playing World of Games for Rally Sword next expansion. Trap-eared Operative. Last word, summon a Knight. Evolve, select any form of you and get do trade damage. So this better Coach Woman, I guess. Why not just play Unke? That is true, you can't just play Unke. But Unke doesn't have Rally, this has Rally. I mean, this card is probably good. It's your only... We just lost 2 of our 2 Rally for 2 costs. One of the classics, if you've been playing Sword long enough, you'll know one of the classics of the Swordcraft class is 2 cost 2 Rally, and this is another one of those. Probably pretty decent. Measured Attunement, select any fall, if you do 3 damage, Rally 10, give it kind of attack for the leaders until. It's not bad. I don't know if there's space to play it, but I think this is not bad. Aggro making a comeback. I don't want to play aggro. Don't make me do that. Wait, aggro doesn't have Albert. Nah. There's no aggro. No aggro comeback. No Albert. Olo 1 is 9. I don't think aggro's popping off. Good early board control, maybe. The thing you have to know about Rally Sword is that anything that doesn't summon a body is immediately like... Anything that doesn't immediately give you a body when you play it is like you have to have some resistance to playing it, because that's just how Rally Sword works. You really need to spend as much play points as possible just summoning random crap onto board. I don't know if you really want to be playing this thing. Ice Trunk Liaison. Summon a knight, add a Steelclad Knight to your hand. It's not awful. Not great. I like how everything that adds tokens to your hand is all Steelclad Knights, which means they all work with World of Games, which is some decent foresight on the part of side games, I guess. I don't know if you play this though. Bombastic Bombardier activates when your hand whenever ally follows Super Evolve, set the cost of this card to 1. Then you fall on the field and do it 3 damage. Isn't this just the shittier version of the Goblin? Isn't this just the worst version of the Goblin? Let's compare, okay? Let's compare. One costs 1/1. If there's a super ally follower on the field, select any follower on the field, deal it 4 damage. 3 costs 2/2. When an ally follows super evolve when an ally follows super evolves while this is in your hand, you can set the cost of it to 1. And then Fanfare deal 3 damage. So the question is, do you want to pay 3 costs for a 2/2 that deals 3 damage on Fanfare? Do I want to play a 3 cost 2/2 that deals 3 damage on Fanfare? We lost Vows for this. We lost Vows for this. Vows rotated so we can get Bombastic Bombardier. I want you all to just take in that fact that we just lost Vows for this thing. I would hope that we're not at the level where we need to be relying on this card if we're playing Sword. Okay, so Sword got no new finishers. We got Gildara, which is a decent finisher. This entire set is just weird side grades to set 1 staples. I mean, Forest got a bunch of new stuff. That's pretty cool. I'm personally a big fan of Rally. Rally is the reason why I main Sword in the first place, so I'm happy to see Rally support. Without Albert, we are relying on Gildara plus Seraphon plus Xenophon to win. They didn't print any enhanced support. Let's think of what works with enhanced. I actually think Gildara works with enhanced. Call me crazy, this card works with enhanced. This card actually works with enhanced. This card doesn't work with enhanced. This honestly works with enhance. This actually works pretty well with enhance, I'm not gonna lie. This probably not. Yeah, if you're playing enhance, you can slot in Gildara and Orchestrated Silence. It's not that bad. But you're probably just gonna play Rally Evo and see how that works. Okay, I mean, we'll have to see. We'll see how Sword does with this new setup. The problem with playing Enhanced now is that you have no finisher, and trust me, I tried playing an Enhanced deck that had no Albert in it. It's not very good. So we might be running on Evo, but we don't have very good Evo enablers in Sword in the first place, so maybe it's finally time for Sword to not be a top tier deck, but we shall see how it goes. Maybe all the board vomit will be good enough to make this a good archetype. I don't know, I feel like Sora has just been very hard carried by Albert as a finisher for like the past like 6 sets, so now that we don't have Albert, we actually have to think about how to win the game. The new win con for Sword? Gildara plus Sandalphon probably. If force the Double Kaiser and Hati will want to close the game. Yeah, pretty much. Or you can win on board, you know. Alright, Rune. Everyone loves Anathema. A first for you. I mean, I mean, the one expansion where loot was top tier, I was playing Evil Sword, which is definitely not top tier, so it's definitely not the first for me. Alright, everyone loves Anathema. Rune is eating good, they should. In fact, Earthfight 1 games Crest, Anathema of Predation. Aura, oh, she has Aura as well. Evolve, Earthright, select me from the field, destroy it. At the end of turn, wait, this is so good. This is a good card. You just get free evolves for your Skybound arts, like. This is just free Skybound art real estate. The crest is Pseudo Storm. Oh, it's at the end of your wait, it's your opponent's turn. Oh no. I didn't even realize it's your opponent's turn. Wait, this. Nah, this can't be allowed. This can't be real. There's no way. Remember Norman is still in the game, by the way. Just a friendly reminder, Norman is still in the game. Beloved masterpiece. This card art is actually pretty nice. I actually like it. And fair, deal 6 damage to all enemy followers. Last words. Earthright 2, do 3 damage to the enemy leader. Ward. Super evolve, summon another thing. Okay. Not bad. So just 6 face of the Anathema drops if you let the last words go off. Or we have to remember that there is we have to remember that this exists. So like you can just banish whatever you want in this game, right? Okay, but Anathema looks pretty strong. This one I'm not too sure yet. Remember we still have 8 PP Anathema, yeah. 9 PP is too heavy. You probably. Unless you really need, maybe you really want the ward. Bottomless Gluttony activates in hand whenever you perform Earthright. Okay, this looks strong already. This card is so strong. Excuse me? Excuse me? Isn't this card like crazy strong? Oh, it's when it's reduced the card cost by 1, but it's still strong. Yeah, this card is definitely strong. Remember back in the day where we were like, okay, one of the best ways to play around, one of the best things to do when playing against dirt is like you play a bunch of followers on the field so they don't have the ability to play Sandalphon while clearing your board. Now they just remove your followers for 0. Good luck stopping Sandalphon now. This guy is very strong. Sweet Abomination. I like this theming of like Anathema just having a bunch of like terrifying creatures under her. Like all of these characters have like these like underlings or like I guess people under them. Lulentum just has a bunch of like freaks. It's great. I love it. I love the Lulentum theming here. Sweet Abomination, Fanfare, Perfect 1 select a mode. Deal 3 damage to all enemy followers or draw 2 cards. So they reprinted Sage Light. They gave them Sage Light back. Well, not even close, but I mean, this is a good card. This card is good. Hazard Snacking, select a mode to activate. Gain 4 Earth Sigils, Earthright, deal 2 damage to enemy. This card is also good. Did they only give this class good cards? What's going on? Pretty Predator. Fanfare, gain 2 Earth Sigils, 1/3 with Warrant. Every card in this class... Wait, every card in this class is either at least decent, it's somewhere between decent and great. What is this? 3 cost 4/2 Rush, last words game, 2 Earth Sigils, Super Evolve, Earthright 2 summon copies, 2 copies of Charming Monster. Is this your bootleg Penelope? This is bootleg Penelope. I mean, the Rush is pretty good. Heal, my dearie. Activate in your hand whenever you perform Earthright. Draw 2 cards. This card is stupid. Why? Hello? I'm sorry, what? When they... The first reprint of Fate's Hand being for dirt instead of for spell boost was not on my bingo list. Little Beastie. Select an enemy follower on the field, deal it 1 damage, gain an Earth Sigil. They printed sharp yet awkward. They printed this guy and was like, let's immediately ruin his day. Let's just immediately ruin his day. He doesn't have rights. Get rid of him immediately. Post. Well, healing, never mind, we still have Norman. Yeah, we have Gilnalise in the game as well. Gilnalise, Norman, and Sandalphon Invoke. Dainty Horror. This card is good too. Edelweiss is a silver card. It's a bronze card now. Wait. I was like, the one consolation was that they no longer have the super broken ability to just just evolve a follow on turn 4 before anyone can evolve anything with Edelweiss. And they just printed a card that lets you do that. So it's all good cards. It's just all good cards. Excuse me? Alright, so Rune is looking strong. You don't run Melvin Dirt. I think you need the dirt generation. There's not that much dirt generation going on here. Really high defense, yeah, it's a 2/4, it's a 2/6 ward. It's just a big ward that just evolves by itself. Alright, let's see what Dragon has going on here. Burn Knight. Deal 9 damage to all enemy followers. Great. Super Evolve, give your opponent Burn Knight crest. You play unlimited, you can give your opponent 2 Burn Knight crests. This is just a better version of original Burn Knight. Wait. They just printed Burn Knight but better. That's all they did. It cost 9, yeah, I guess. The crest is literally just a better version of Burn Knight's crest. This card goes hard with Beelzebub. Just you wait. Just you wait. When the crosscraft comes, this card is gonna go hard with Beelzebub. You're not even ready for it. It still has the same problems that Burn Knight has, just like it doesn't finish the game, so we have to see what else they get. Oh no, it's more Intimidate. Or Intimidate. Oh. And cost 7/7, summon Vasting Dragon, gain crest, or super evolve, delay the crest countdown. Oh my god. So this card is like, you just get hand checked like 3 turns in a row. Is that the idea? They just turn dragon. The entire dragon class is just hand check. They just hand check you to death. That's the entire class is just hand checking. That's insanity. Like Flame Deluge. Deal 5 damage to all enemy followers. Do 3 to the enemy leader. I mean, it's not bad for as big as Bane, yeah. Another 2 months of living in fear of Willness, Urns, and Dragon's Veil Elder. That's why I hate Dragon. I don't even think Dragon's that strong. I just hate playing against Intimidate. Do 5 damage. I mean, this card is pretty. Hey, it clears the Vastwing Dragons. This card clears Vastwing Dragon. Is that great? This card seems like decent, but like I don't know how you win. Yeah, just it's like gonna be like Egg Portal. You're just playing a chip damage game until the opponent slowly dies. You just torture them with this crest while you hand check them with Intimidate. That's the entire dragon deck now. Dragon Nuke Pathfinder. Select a mode. Destroy a random enemy follower with the highest attack. Evolve this follower or give this. Somewhat clear safe on board. Yeah, it probably does. It's the least fun high roll hand checks you've dealt with in the card game. Yeah, I've lost way too many games when my opponent just played. My opponent just went turn 3 or turn 3 Dragon Sign, turn 4 Zui, turn 5 Willness, and I just lose. Oh, the Mugen Simulator. Do you play Mugen really? I mean, with Genesis gone, maybe Mugen is the best finisher, but that's ambush. They just won't stop. Okay, this card's not that bad. It's only 2 traits. The stats are pretty weak. I'll allow this one. I mean, it's pretty flexible. You can evolve it as well. I don't know why you would play. I don't know why, in what world you want to spend your turn 5, like your 5 PV play on this, but I mean, it's not bad. Not great either. Blazing Flame. Heal. If you're in overflow, draw. Why? This looks bad. Draconic Part-Timer. If you have 10 max play points, evolve this follower. At the end of your turn, restore 1 to your leader if this follower is evolved too. So, is Dragon just a control? You miss your Zui, but even if you don't have Zui, you want to play a Galamure, right? Isn't that how this works? Even without Zui, you probably want Galamure. Wait, Dragon would be so strong if they had Beelzebub. If this class had Beelzebub, it would be a stupidly strong class. Is Dragon just playing control stall now? Is that what's going on? You're just gonna stall with your healing cards while you wait for Burn Knight to like whittle them down to death? Doesn't get a decent replacement for Liu Feng, it doesn't? Is there no ramp? Oh god, there's no ramp. That's so sad. They hate Dragon. Alright, any follow on the field and destroy it. This card is... I mean, it's a 10-10. That's funny. There's one ramp? Wait, there is? Oh, I missed it. This one. Or... Small copies of Apathetic gating your hand and deck into copies of Blazing Flame. So you can ramp once. And after you ramp once, you get a bunch of these. I mean, the ramp cards are gonna get kind of shit in the late game, but this is much better than that. Ally for another ally follow on the field, give +2/+. This card is... Card's not great. If Sword had Albert, then this one can pop off. I mean, if Dragon had Albert, then maybe. Oh, this one has a... they gave this card the gender bend. Enhanced Forest. Hey, this is actually a good enhanced card. They should give this a sword. This card goes hard in sword. In Dragon, probably not. So it's another expansion of them saying Dragon 2K for empty RAM. Pretty much, yeah. Side Games just hates Dragon. They just hate this class. The only thing Dragon gets is Intimidate. That's everything else is just like, yeah. Like I can't even be mad. Like the Dragon players are just forced to play Intimidate. They have nothing else to do. Like what are the Dragon players even supposed to do at this point? Like, this looks... I would be very surprised if Dragon was a top tier deck with this as their new set. Alright, this one looks like a main push just from the art alone, but we shall see. Ooh, that's a really nice art. Adahime, Anathema of Death. Fanfare, summon 2 randomly differently named Abyss followers that cost 2 or less from your deck. You still have Ho-chan, but you don't have your finishers, you don't have Genesis. Ho-chan loses too many good... It loses Genesis and you lose Olivia and Sylvia, which is like pretty bad. Arcus Poser. Can you imagine if Milteo Abyss had Arcus? Just imagine it. Actually, that would be really bad. Never mind, don't imagine it. That would suck. Fanfare, summon 2 random and differently named Abyss followers that cost 2 or less from your deck. Whenever an allied Abyss follower enters the field, give it Rush. No, it is General Maximus, you're right. If all allied Abyss followers on the field, +2/+2. Abyss made you slightly sad, but the prize mode is just not a thing. Yeah, I don't know why they're not printing more mode support. I did like playing mode Abyss when it was new. No good targets. All right, let's. I mean, they're cute. Oh, she summons her band. Is that the idea? You play her and then she summons her band of lackeys. Going mid-range again. Macmillan, Reaper of Ceremonies. That's a cool name. Fanfare and Necromancy 10. Oh my god, they They made the undead zombies. They made the undead soldier even bigger. Being returned when an allied departed follower enters the field, give +1, +0 rush and war and D1 damage to the enemy leader. It's cute. It's like it's Liam but better. Remember Liam, our old friend from the old Puppet Portal days? This guy is strong. It is pretty good. During your turns, you declare the zombies 2 times. Yeah. Well, you don't have to kill them 2 times because they only get award during your turn. You can keep skeletons to pair along with this guy as well. Pretty solid. Gildaria like mocks this card, but you know, other than that, it's pretty solid. Yeah, it's plus attack, it's not plus. Gildaria completely stomps this card into the ground, but other than that, it's a pretty good card. Hark to the Night Song. Deal 6 damage split between all enemy followers. This being the carrot replacement, this is not the Cerberus replacement. That is an insult to Cerberus, you take that back. Cerberus is the goal of mid-range Abyss until it wasn't. I like the theme though. I like the musicians and the performer theme. I always like the performing themes, but like Echo says due to the energy leader, this card is but it only costs 3. They finally gave Abyss cheat board clear. Abyss finally has an answer to... It took them a while to figure it out, but Abyss finally has a good answer to what's her face. Oh, it's split. Wait, this... Oh no, but this card clears this card clears Zwei. Took them a while to figure it out, but they finally figured out how to clear Zwei. You don't use the Necro effect, it's a good card. That's true. If they shouldn't... Why did they even give this a Necromancy effect? This would be a better card if they didn't have the Necromancy effect. That's so sad. Just play your just play your Bibati before you play this card. This is definitely a 3PP portal spell. Also Imari, that's true. They finally gave this class an AoE that actually does something. Beastmaster Bone. Summon a rotting zombie and skeleton. So I guess you're playing Departed when the Hey, remember when people were saying like Abyss is just sword? Remember when people were just saying that Abyss is just sword? I wonder how those people must be feeling after looking at what Abyss got this set. Takes the Necro if you use it. So sad. When an ally fully departed follow enters the field, give it Storm, okay. Created as Brassmaster, it's Beastmaster. Is there any weird combo you can do? Necromancy is what Miltail beats the replacement of Rage of Serpent. That's the saddest thing I ever heard. Tree Storm is insane. Wait, you're not... You gotta think bigger, alright? Hear me out. Think bigger. If this thing lives, you can play the card that can reanimate Armis and just win the game. Think. Think, people, think. You can reanimate armors and kill people. This is the best card. Super Evolve. This card Super Evolve is trash. I mean, you can play this, hit them for a 3, Super Evolve, kill the routing zombie, hit them for another 2, I guess. That's cute. The Super Evolve is just a shitter version of, This is just the worst version of Death Slash. But it costs a Super Evo and 7 PP for some reason. Oh, I figured it out. Oh wait, no, never mind. They rotated out Shadow Crit. I was gonna say you can play this with Shadow Crit, but then I realized they rotated that shit out, so like, what do you even do? How do we make opponents ignore this card? I don't know. You pray. I'm gonna Ghost Bat Skeleton evolve them. Oh, the art is so good, but this card isn't good. Unlike the art, this card isn't very good. 3 damage, 3 healing. I mean, maybe it's for Evo support. Maybe it's decent Evo support, I don't know. It's not very good. 3 attack each. Eh. Juggler COVID. Select any follow on the field, destroy, reanimate 2. That was awful. It's not bad. Yeah, fair enough. Wait. You're paying 7 play points for 3 PP worth of stats. I mean 3 PP worth of followers. I mean 2 play points worth of followers. Planning for on the field. Is there any good targets for reanimate? You can reanimate Bellringer. That's about it. Bellringer. Wait, is Bellringer rotating? It's not right. It's basic. You can reanimate Bellringer. High Wire Feline. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. Summon a skeleton. Cool. They got where's Zirconia maybe? Classic Abyss getting the most baffling cards at all time. Yeah. I don't even see the... Like with Milteo, it was weird when they released Milteo, but at least you can see the potential with it. This one, I don't know. Slow tuning. 1 play point, select 2 allied forces on the field and give them 0/0+1. Draw a card. Ew. Card is... They made a 1... They made a 1 PP cycle, but you can't even play it on turn 1. You can't even play this on turn 1. You need followers to play this card. This is... No. Why? Wait, do you need the targets to play this card? Can you just play it for draw? Does it say? Is there a... Where's the FAQ? I need answers here. Does anyone know? Does anyone know if you can play this without having followers on the field? Does this not play in Velsar? Velsar? I do not remember if it was. Oh, the Velsar one healed, right? Retracing the past heals you? This one gives them like a little bit more stats. This one doesn't. It makes your followers tankier. That's cute. If I think it should only be playable if you have 2 followers, which is like. Raz Demon on the drums. Last word, summon a skeleton. His coach woman. Their printed coach woman. Hey, can we trade? Can they give this the sword? Can they give this the sword? And like let them have this one? I would take the 1-2 over the 2-1, honestly. I would take this over the other one. Lulumi vamp on the keys. Rush. Last words. Add a bat to your head. Milteo support? I guess? It's not good Milteo support, but it's Milteo support. What are you supposed to do with this class? Wait, hear me out. Wait, hear me out. What if you hoard a bunch of skeletons? And then you play Milteo? And then you play this thing and you give all your skeletons Storm? How about that? Too much hint for upcoming Crosscraft. Let me just give us a bunch of like crap cards. Yeah, I think Abyss is another set of Abyss getting shafted. Abyss got one of the best like thematically, I think this is like top tier. So far thematically I like Abyss and I like Rune, like in terms of the art they got. Like the theme their characters are based around, but like this is not. This is not. No. I'll be very impressed if this ends up being good. Very, very impressed. Oh, I like Forest a bit too. Not as much as like Rune and Abyss, but I like Forest a bit as well. You'll be pulling for Anathema regardless. I want her leader as well. My main goal is Gildara, but I will take Anathema as well. Alright, let's see what is this the IPC? Wait, strategic development? Is this IPC? Is Haven the Is Haven capitalism? Rodeo amulet. This is not a bronze. This is not a bronze amulet. There's no way. Alright, let's see what he does. Summon Rings of Moonlight. Evolve. Delay the countdown of a random Rings of Moonlight on the field by 1. Solo Anthem leader, you get 100 rupees. Fair enough. 8 cost, countdown 1 aura at the end of your turn. If there are at least 3 out, and also if you do 3 damage to all enemies. I mean, that's good. It's good, but like, you need that. There needs to be more ways to delay this, or it's not playable. Just save from Ogre and friends. True. 8 PP for 3 AoE. You definitely need to extend this for at least 1 turn for it to be worth anything. Initia Chief Ordination Officer. Also this ties you over to your Leontoff turn on turn 9. You can play this for 8 and then play Leontoff for 9. Select an enemy follower on the field and banish it. Okay. Good start. Select enemy follower on the field and banish it. If there are at least 3 allied elements on the field, restore 3 defense to your leader. Okay, so this archetype wants elements on the field. Wait, isn't this anti-synergy with Lionthorn? Isn't this entire archetype just anti-synergy with Lionthorn? Excuse me? War Aura, I mean that's you can banish 2. That's cute. Is there anything even worth banishing? You can banish the neutral legendary. I mean it heals 6, banishes 2. You refuse to play Lionthorn. Lionthorn was fun though. Like, it's actually a fun deck. It's definitely very janky, but it's a fun deck. Trident of Eroding Tides. Select enemy follower on the field, deal it 4 damage. Engage, destroy this card. Select enemy follower on the field and deal it 2 damage. I mean, it's better than the silver amulet that's rotating out. Is it better? Maybe it's not better because the engage is 2 and the fanfare is 4. They should, if they sort the numbers around, it will be better. Not bad though. Beacon of Security. If there is at least 3 allied elements on the field, evolve this follower and give it barrier. Neat. Only if you're not getting stunned, which is the majority of the time. Fair. Like, okay, decent. Decent. Not awful. Not great. Timepiece of Perfection. Enhance 4. Deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. Does this 1 damage even do anything? Is there anything that like actually like it works against? It works against Sword, I guess. Engage. Destroy this card. Deal 1 damage to... This is Apollo. This is Apollo. This amulet is actually Apollo. Holy Hawk of Communications. Oh my god, there's so much banishing in this class. They just hate Wilbert so much. Let enemy follow on the field and banish it. If there are at least 3 allied enemies on the field, restore 3 to your leader. Storm. No tail, but you already lost that match when you saw 1 drop. I mean, there's like a lot of healing in this class. It's like, I mean, in this archetype, maybe it can actually handle Milteo. Milteo did lose late Rage of Serpents, which is pretty big. Is Cultivator gone? Wait, what? The wrong button. Nope, Cultivator isn't gone. Milteo is fine. Odin that heals. This is an Odin that heals. If at least 3 amulets on the field, it's everything is at least 3 amulets. Like enemy follower on the field and deal it 5 damage. Why? I mean, the removal is good. Cultivator is a basic. Wait, it's a basic card. No, it's not. Lilith is the basic card. Cultivator is, I think, is it? Which set is it from? Probably like one maybe. Oh. Wait, which set is Cultivator from? Cultivator is from Infinity Evolve set 2, so it's rotating out that following set. Earrings of Sunlight. Select a card in your hand and return it to your deck. Draw a card. Engage. Do it again. Vanta wants to destroy amulets, but these cards want amulets to stay, yeah. On the bright side, most of these destroy themselves for free, right? Maybe that's a... On the bright side, I mean, they destroy themselves for free, right? Maybe it works. Maybe the synergy is there, who knows? Insane Kukishiro support. Wait, that's actually true. I didn't even think about that, but Kukishiro loses so many good things. Kukishiro loses Jan, and it loses Serene Sanctuary, and it loses Salefa. Maybe it's not that bad. Jan is pretty huge though. Losing Jan is quite big. Missionary of Recruitment. Fanfare, draw 2 amulets. Evolve. This card is bad, I think. 6 cost, draw 2. Then you have to pay for the amulets after you draw them? That's so sad. Reverend of Finance. If there are at least 3 amulets on the field, summon a Reverend of Finance. Last withdraw card. Cool. What's the goal? What's the goal here? Rodeo. Evolve. 3 damage. Next turn, Rodeo Evolve. Doesn't even work, it's not all of them, it's only one of them. She's ass like the card art. Well, she's probably good at her job at recruiting at least. The goal is to lose 2 boards. I mean, you have removal, it's just that you lose your amulets when you use your removal. And then you don't have your effects activated because you lose all your amulets. And Rodeo's rotating out so you can't summon 3 amulets for free. Why? What? Why? This looks not good. Alright, let's see what Portal has going on. Alright, so you know about Scarlet. Scarlet. This card has a lot of potential to be very strong. Clears board, hits face, and has ward. Probably gonna eat Haven alive again. I mean, I did suffer at the hands of Crest Haven for like 1 expansion, so I think that justifies it. Not really, but you know. This card has potential depending on how many names you can get, cause it's AoE plus it's board clear, base damage, and a ward at the same time. No universe. Anything past decent, you never know. Max damage is 4. The theoretical max damage is very high. It's like 9, I think. The theoretical max damage is 9, but like you have to jump through so many hoops to get that it's like basically impossible. As for what is realistic, I'll have to look at what the other cards do before I figure that out. Instead of only dying the crest, maybe being uplifted by Sword every other set. I mean, Sword has just been popping off for the whole set in general. Everyone's been obliterated by Sword. That's how it is, you know. That's just how Cygames has been designing it. Whenever an allied artifact follower enters the field, do 3 damage to an enemy follower. Realistically, 3. Wait, are you serious? There's no old support here? That's insane. Hey, but on the bright side, you can copy this with Yogg-Senta. That's something, right? Evil, super evil on 9 damage face plus AoE. Mew, hot on his heels. Whenever an allied follower enters the field, deal damage to an enemy follower. Evolve, summon an ancient artifact, super evolve with at least 3 different named artifacts will enter the field. This match gives this follower Storm. I don't know how to feel about this card. Cassius is good. Is there even anything that puts artifacts into your hand in this deck? Oh, this one gives you an ancient artifact. I guess you can AoE for 3 with Cassius. Alright. I mean, this card looks good. It's only gonna get better if they print more artifacts, which, like, I'm not sure if they will. Watch them bring Paradigm Shift back, then you know True Fear. That's why I really don't know how to feel about this card. It looks like decent, but like, it's just 6 damage. It's just 6 damage. And I think on nerf, you can get the 5-1 from Isaac. I have so many things open, I need to like flip through tabs. That's not how you spell Isaac. Isaac. Oh, yeah, you can add the striker from your hand to your hand. That's true. Maybe this can be good. I mean, it clears Bob while going face. It looks like the artifact is just like a tempo archetype. You just clear Bob while going face and summoning stuff. That's pretty cute. Warp Slash. You X damage to all enemy followers. X the number of differently named artifacts that enter field this match. Do 1 damage to enemy leader. It's an AoE that only works in late game, and only in late game you do 3 AoE. That's cute, I guess. It seems like a worse version of the Chaos Legion for the most part to me, but I don't know. Brazen Broadcaster. This one looks good. The Enhanced 5 is crazy. Enhanced 5 on this is quite strong in my opinion. Get a draw. Analyzing Artifact. I mean, it got nerfed, but at the same time, like, there's so much banish that maybe you actually want it to not be last words to draw. The Mystic Glob is crazy though. Think Step. Give all ally followers on the field +1/+0. If you've unlocked Super Evil, give all followers in your hand. Okay, this is pretty good. This one looks like actually like not bad. Oh, they rotated Arceus. Oh, if Arceus was in... Oh, if only Arceus was still in the game. Can you imagine if this card, if Arceus had this card? Can you imagine how hard that would go? They're supposed to use this to buff like Mew and Scarlet, I guess is the idea. Need more artifact names, yeah. I think this card is quite good. Well, like what the archetype is trying to do at least. I don't know if it's like that good like in total, but for the archetype, I would say it's pretty good. No Radiant. No Radiant. No Genesis. Well, of course no Genesis. No Cannon Artifact. No Rhino. None of the actually good ones, you know. No paradigm shift either. So just think of every good artifact from the original game, and it's not here. There we all laugh at artifact, but then we wait till they release the augmentation bestowal, and then we'll all find out. Have they printed any Miram and Spinara yet? They haven't printed any Miram or Spinara yet, right? Maybe. Oh, they printed Miram, but Miram is like the really bad, like old one. Just wait till there's print Spinara. Once they print Spinara, then it will be their time to shine. Surely. Oh, bifurcating, yeah. Audacious Artist. Select enemy for one of the field and destroy it. If at least 3 different linear artifact followers have entered the field this match, summon an ancient artifact and a mystic artifact. I mean, the full effect is strong. I don't know how easy it is to activate it like early enough. Wait, actually, if you just analyzing mistakes, so you need ancient from somewhere. Ancient from here. Any other source of ancient? Ancient from here. I don't see any ancients here. It's not actually not that unrealistic to get this by turn 6, maybe. And place on turn 6 is pretty strong. Cool career. Fanfare, add ancient to your hand. Evolve, add another ancient to your hand. Cool. It gets bodied by the rune. It gets bodied by the rune bronze, but you know. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like a mode to activate if at least 3 different have allied. Activate all of them instead. 1 cost to get 1 analyzing and 1 ancient. That's pretty good. Artifacts don't do anything though. Ancient has rush at least, right? Yeah. But the artifacts don't really do anything. Like you can play them with Mew, I guess. That's about it. Other than that, they're just bodies that you just play for stats. There's no like end game to the artifact thing. I want a Beat Breaker. It's a cute effect, but if you're at the point where you're relying on this, you feel Artifact is the strongest? You think Artifact is the strongest? Really? Right now I feel like Rune looks like it's the strongest to me. Rep heavy deck, yeah. It's a very mid-range deck now, which is quite... Well, I guess it got Scarlet, so maybe it's not that bad. Wait, did I? I don't know about this card. I think this card is not. No. If you're at the point where you are relying on playing this card to win games, you just... There's probably something better you could be doing. Whenever an allied artifact follower enters the field, restore 1 defense to your leader. The same rune is meta and maybe egg. Or it might be meta too. I'm not sure about that one yet, but we shall see. Miltail didn't really lose too much, or it actually lose Slash, which is quite a big deal. Maybe Miltail takes a big hit here. Evo Forest is probably still playable. Its biggest problem, which is Albert, is gone, so like maybe Evo has a chance. Oh, but then Evo probably has trouble against Dirt as well, so maybe not. Crest loses one amulet and Celefa, and that's about it. You can probably play the new amulets in Crest actually. Maybe Crest can be strong again, who knows? Remove Mayor. 2 more months of Norman's. Okay, Norman's gonna rotate out soon. 2 more months and then Norman is gone. I mean, it's a little bit of healing. The Mystic Artifact is probably not like you play. If you're going first, this is a 4-cost 3/3 that does nothing. Yeah. Alright, neutrals. I saw this card already. This card seems very interesting. The Banished Mind Games are huge with this one. It's also a pretty big enabler for Sword because Sword doesn't have free evil, so this is one of them. Unfortunately, you can and will get this thing banished like 5 billion different times. Odin banishes this thing banishes itself. The entire Haven archetype banishes this. Lefa's Major Loss was the best answer to aggro. Well, there's still Blinding Faith, so it's not like too bad, but yeah, so Lefa's definitely a big deal. Alright, let's see. Altaro, Mayor of Babylon, Ambush. At the end of the turn, draw a card. Give me the Ipai. I mean, Blinding Faith probably clears Imari's board. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. This kind is weird. What even plays this? If it was 2 costs, you could actually play this in Abyss and just reanimate it. It'd be very funny. Why is this card to draw? You play it and then draw a card every turn. Unless your opponent clears it. Sword can clear this. Wait, how much? How much AoE did they give? Did they give this class any AoE? This class has no way to clear it. Cute. So Forest has no like new archetype way to clear it. That's like old cards that clear it, of course. This one doesn't clear it. This one doesn't clear it. So you need to rely on the new cards. I mean old cards to clear that. This one doesn't have a way to clear it, I think. Reanimate with Charon Crest, you can give it a ward. Black Flame Deluge, we finally found what this card is for. This clears it. None of these? Well, I guess Ring of Moonlight clear. Ambush bot buff sword might be a thing. Like it will be a stupid meme, but it might be playable. You might be able to get away with some stupid ambush bot buff sword. Oh, but Zirconia's gone though. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? On killing Crest Battle. Yeah, I was just looking at what new cards would clear it. I don't know how to feel about this card. On paper it sounds really strong, but like I feel like it's not actually that strong. Like, is this better than World of Games? I don't know about this card. I think I have to see, but for now I'm not super confident this card's gonna be very good. Countdown 1. At the end of your turn, activate an ability in sequence. Do 2 damage to random enemy follower. Restore 2 to your leader, do 2 damage to the enemy leader, destroy this card. UD replacement. Where's the 3-3 stats? Hey, we got this card support. Who's the one who wanted this card support? This is the one for you. That's this card support. I think this card is bad. I cannot imagine a world where this card is actually good, like at all. Hedonistic Socialite. Put a card in your hand and discard it. You 2 damage to all enemy. Why this all discard? They printed this guy to fuel all the discards. Is that what the idea is? I mean, it's AoE. It's also a 1/1. Doesn't even clear Imari. Alright, this is the other ambitious small timers. Last words, draw a card. Super Evolve, summon 2 copies. Recalls 3/2. If it was a 3/3, I think this would, like, be worth considering at least, but if it's a 3/2, maybe not. Tears of Degradation, select an enemy card in the field and oh no. Oh no. It wouldn't it be funny if you discarded a card to extend this thing's countdown and then it just got banished by a 4-cost spell? That would be funny, right? Altaro Super Fed. Evolve, draw a neutral card. Your amulets. Imagine printing an archetype that wants to keep 3 amulets on the board. They made an archetype that wants you to keep 3 amulets on the board. And it's like, here you go, best banish that shit. Card kill Amulet Haven. I don't think this card kills Amulet Haven. Who in their right mind would tag against what cycle tags against Amulet Haven? Where? Ooh, why? No one would do that. It banishes the legendary though. That's pretty sad. Oops. So overall, Rune is eating good. You have to stop playing War and Amulet and play Crest again. Yeah, that's probably for the best. It will magically generate itself in the deck when you meet Haven. You play Haven, play against Haven, turn 4 Tears of Degradation, turn 5 Unke. Turn 6 Ilmarita, turn 7 Odin. Why did they print a that sometimes the card that's on side? No, I think the idea is that her thing is banishing things. So her spell also banishes things. It's just that it just happens that she also counters herself. If you think about the fact that she counters herself, it actually makes sense that the art with her on it also counters herself. Also, she can't kill the mayor. They made it so that she can't kill the mayor. This is lore. This is lore at its finest. So in conclusion, Rune got very good cards. I was iffy on Sword, but compared to what the rest of the classes got, maybe Sword actually got some pretty good stuff. Comparatively speaking, Portal stuff doesn't look too bad. I don't know what is this. I don't know what this is meant to be. I don't know what this is meant to be. And Forest is pretty interesting. Yeah, that's about it. New expansion drops tomorrow, I believe. I have not decided if I will stream the new expansion, but probably don't get your hopes up. I will see. And yeah, that's it. Can't wait to see how wrong I am, and somehow Haven becomes the best class in the game, and I don't know how that will happen, but it'll happen somehow despite me. Yeah, that's it. They have no idea what to do with Abyss. Yeah, Abyss thematically has the most shit you can do. You can play with Reanimate, Necromancy, Burial Rite isn't in the game yet, you can always print that. You can play with Wrath, Vengeance, Avarice, Sanguine. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with Abyss because it's a combination of two entire classes. But I guess we get none of that. Just make Rune. I mean, I will play Rune, but I want to. I mean, day one is always Sword. That's the rule. That's the rule of this channel. Day one is always gonna be Sword, but after that, we'll have to see what I decide to do. The thing is, content-wise, there's not even that much. What? Where's the content in this deck? Where is it? Even in terms of content, where is the content in this card pool? What am I supposed to do with this? There's nothing. There's nothing here. What do I even do? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Have fun with the new expansion when it comes out tomorrow, I guess. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.